According to the Centers for Disease Control, about 1 in 88 children has been identified with autism spectrum disorder. The disease has been receiving extensive media coverage the past few years, and this hour's newsmaker has been on the front lines of the battle to fight autism. Representative Patrick Rooney from District 85 in Palm Beach County joins us here in Tallahassee for our Newsmakers segment. Great to have you here, Representative Rooney.
Great to be here.
Why is this issue of autism so important to you? It sounds personal.
It is. I've got a son that's autistic. He's 16 now, and when he was early diagnosed, my wife dealt with a lot of the therapies and doctor's appointments and those types of things. And as he's grown older, a lot of the issues that I can foresee that he's going to have to deal with in terms of trying to get a job or meet somebody that hopefully he can spend his life with, it's taken on a special meaning for me, and I've tried to incorporate that into some of the things I'm doing here legislatively.
It seems like the studies and the science show that we're seeing more and more diagnosed cases of autism. Is there a reason behind that?
I'm not sure if there's more kids that are autistic, or we're just now being able to diagnose them better. My son's what's known as high functioning, and maybe 15, 20 years ago, he would just be diagnosed as quirky or have some learning disabilities. But now with the movement in science, we're much better able to diagnose kids to have autism, and I think that's why you're seeing a spike in it.
And we're also seeing sort of a debate between what defines autism and what doesn't, which is what you just talked about, how to define the condition.
They're very difficult because, again, some kids are just quirky. They have social issues or whatever, and they're not autistic. But science has gotten to the point now where they're much better able to identify who has this condition and who doesn't.
So as a state legislator, how can you help, and how can the state help in general in dealing with autism?
Well, it's a wide variety of types of things. Getting moms and dads better access to some therapies. Again, early intervention is the key with a lot of kids with autism. If they go past, say, the age of 3 or 5 without getting some therapies, it could be detrimental to their potential to lead some kind of a normal life later on. So those early diagnoses and early therapies are critical. So we can help from a legislative standpoint, whether it's by money or through policy, to try to steer folks to getting that types of knowledge of hey, don't just look at your kid and say, oh, he's, again, just a little off or whatever. Get them diagnosed and then get the therapy started. And then as they're getting older, one of the things I'm working on right now is jobs, trying to help some of these kids that are high functioning, that can participate in society, to get them jobs. The unemployment rate for kids with special needs right now is in the 80%, and a lot of these kids can do things. So that's another way we're trying to help.
Well, good luck to you and your son on that. What are some of your other priorities as we begin this 2015 legislative session, as far as legislation you might want to get passed while we're here in Tallahassee?
I'm always looking, Phil, for things with veterans. We're trying to look at a bill right now that might give veterans access to state parks for free. Little things like that help folks that have obviously fought for our country and been willing to die for us. I think we can do anything we can do is not enough. But I always look for veterans issues, look for issues dealing with the elderly and things. I try to find, those pockets of our society that, maybe don't have a voice, and try and figure out something to do to help them.
You're also chairman or on the committee, the Ports and the Transportation Committee. So there's a lot of work being done around the state in that area that you'll be working on.
Transportation is very interesting. I didn't have a lot of background in that when I first started, but I've taken it upon myself to go visit several of the state's 15 ports, and it's just been an eye-opening experience seeing what they deal with from a security standpoint, personnel, everything that's involved with getting things from some other place and bringing them into our country and into our state. It's been very interesting. So I'm getting immersed in some of the details, mainly with the ports right now, but obviously with infrastructure, bridges, roads, trains, planes, everything that deals with transportation. I'm trying to get up to speed on it.
Well, Representative Rooney, great to have you here. Good luck on your initiatives for autism here in the state and your other initiatives for the state legislative session in 2015. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And this hour's newsmaker from Tallahassee has been State Representative Patrick Rooney Jr. I'm Phil Latzman, and we thank you for watching.